Hello everyone, this is Jyoti and I welcome you all to the VMC Study Abroad channel. And today we will talk about how can you ask questions in polite way. So let's get started. You must know there are two ways of asking questions. The first is very informal, which can be rude sometimes. The second way of asking question is polite. So now we will learn how can we ask questions in these two different ways and how it can be more polite. So what happens when we start asking questions using can? That is considered to be kind of impolite, or you can say informal. So informal, if you say can you help me, it can be considered as a rude question. Person can say no. But if you ask the same question saying, could you help me? Possibilities are the person would say yes. So here, because it is written here, it's started with can you move? So let's put yourself in that situation where you are saying somebody, can you move? Definitely you would not feel good about that question, right? You can directly say either no, or barely the chances are you can say yes. So can is not that formal. You cannot ask question this manner to any of your seniors or to the stranger. The person can be offended. Okay, so here, how can you ask question in polite way? You can use this instead. So instead of using can, you can use could or would. These two are the polite words considered. So instead of asking can you move, you can ask would you mind moving a bit? So yeah, this is the phrase that you can add, which is would you mind? For example, can you tell me the truth? So the polite way of saying is would you mind telling me the truth? You can see the difference yourself. Can is informal, whereas asking questions using could and would can be formal. Next question, which is written here, can you tell me the truth? So you can ask this question in two ways, either using would or could. So if you're using would, it can be would you mind telling me the truth? Or if you're using could, it can be could you tell me the truth? Okay, so this way you can manage your uh, the tone of speaking. Using can is not so good, but yes, using would or could can be your question can be more polite. Here, one thing that I want to say, if you are asking question using could, you do not have to add please along with it. Okay, many times people use this thing while asking questions starts from could. For example, could you move a bit, please? So, which is an error here? When we ask any question using could, we do not add a please there because could itself is a polite word, right? So, don't use a please after could if you are asking any question using could instead of can. Okay, that's it. Now, there are few more words also you should know how to use and how to ask questions using these words. Okay, so could you give me 5 minutes? If you have to say someone go away or I don't want to talk, so these two sentences are can be very impolite. Person cannot feel good about these two things of saying. For example, if you say someone go away, so it's not, you understand yourself, it's not that cool to say, it's not that good to say. Instead you can say could you give me 5 minutes? Could you give me 5 minutes? So the person would understand himself, yes, you want him to be excused or you want some time to think something about, right? Next question is, can you pass me or can you give me? So this way also you can ask a person politely. Again, see, speaking English is more about your tone of speaking, right? If you say, can you give me this pen? Definitely the person can say yes or no. But if you ask the same sentence in a polite tone, definitely the person can say yes. For example, can you give me this pen? Definitely the person would say yes. But if your tone is rude, the person definitely would say no, right? So can you pass me XYZ? It means you are asking the person to give you something. Okay, passing, it means a giving. Now excuse me, by saying excuse me, would you mind if I, so now this way if you complete your sentence, the person will not feel bad about it. Okay, instead if you say move, I have to do something, or I have to go somewhere, or I am busy somewhere else, the person will definitely feel bad about it. Okay, now next is I'm afraid. I have seen lot of foreign you can say TV serials or the movies where they use this particular phrase, I'm afraid. So by saying I'm afraid, it is an indication that you don't want to do something, or maybe you don't want to answer something. For example, I'm afraid, but I can't tell you about this. Or if somebody wants you to do something but you want to say no, you can say I'm afraid, but I can't help you with this, right? So this is also a polite way of refusing. Next is I would like. Instead of saying I want this, you can say I would like. For example, I want a piece of cake. Can be considered polite, but it's not that formal. Okay, what is the formal way of speaking? I would like to have coffee or tea. So then it's very good way of saying the statement if you are in formal meetings or if you are sitting with your elders. Definitely, this is a polite way of speaking. Next is if you want to say wait. So instead of saying wait, you can say to the person, can you hold on please, or could you hold on, right? So this way you can ask the person to wait for a moment. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. And now, could you make the difference between the polite and not so polite way of speaking? And definitely, you will learn more about it. And keep following us, keep learning. Stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video.